The state of homelessness in California has reached record proportions in recent years, attracting the attention of people all around the country and raising worries about a group that is particularly vulnerable. It is anticipated that there will be 161,548 people living on the streets of California by the year 2020, making it the state with the greatest homeless population in the United States. Steps that are essential to taking in order to solve this pressing problem include gaining an understanding of the circumstances that led to this crisis, the demographics of the homeless population, and the potential solutions. Affordability of housing is one of the primary factors that contributes to homelessness in California. A big part of the problem of homelessness in California can be attributed to the escalating cost of rent as well as the dearth of affordable housing options. As rents continue to rise at an alarming rate, low-income families and individuals are sometimes forced into unstable living conditions or onto the streets. Income inequality, the gap in wealth that exists in the state of California, exacerbates the problem, since a great number of people struggle to make ends meet due to the high cost of living in the state. Additional factors that lead to homelessness include a paucity of reasonably priced medical care and the absence of jobs that provide adequate compensation. Problems with mental health and drug addiction. A sizable percentage of California's homeless population struggles with mental health and drug addiction problems, which frequently result in long-term homelessness. The problem is made even worse by the restricted availability of services for mental health and treatment for substance abuse. The following is a breakdown of the homeless population in the state of California. A. Gender. Men account for approximately 69% of the state's homeless population, which indicates that men are disproportionately affected by homelessness. However, in recent years there has been a consistent increase in the number of homeless women, who now account for around 30% of the total. In addition, members of the transgender community have a greater chance of being homeless as a result of the prejudice and social marginalization they face. B. Age. Although people of all ages can find themselves without a home, a growing problem is homelessness among young people. Young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 make up around 10% of the homeless population in the state of California. The elderly and the overall aging population who are suffering housing instability face additional issues that are one of a kind. C. Ethnicity. African Americans make up a disproportionate part of California's homeless population, making up roughly 35%, but accounting for just 6% of the general population in the state. This is because African Americans have a history of racial discrimination. Because of their socio-economic circumstances, Latinos are also at an increased risk of being homeless. Problems that homeless people have to deal with. A. Health dangers. Homeless people are more likely to be exposed to a variety of health dangers since they are forced to live on the streets. A higher rate of infectious diseases, mental health disorders, and substance misuse problems is associated with a lack of access to clean water, sanitation facilities, and medical care. A. Violence and victimization. People who are homeless are especially susceptible to violence and victimization. Many of them have been assaulted, stolen from, or victimized in some other way. Women and those who identify as LGBTQ+ are at an especially high risk for these kinds of events. B. Education and employment. Homeless children suffer a huge number of barriers to acquiring an education, which severely limits their chances of being successful in the future. The cycle of homelessness is kept going because there are not enough jobs available that are steady and there is not enough job training. A. Efforts and solutions. Increasing access to permanent housing. It is essential to provide low-cost, long-term housing that is accompanied by a range of supportive services while attempting to combat homelessness. In an effort to address the problem, the state of California has established a number of housing initiatives, including Housing First, rapid rehousing, and supportive housing. B. Increasing funding. For mental health services and substance misuse treatment, increasing the amount of money that is allocated to mental health services and treatment for substance misuse can assist address the underlying causes of homelessness. The provision of holistic support is made possible by collaboration between healthcare providers, non-profit organizations, and government bodies. C. Increasing jobs opportunities. Increasing the number of jobs and job training programs that are specifically dedicated to homeless individuals will help those individuals make the transition to secure housing and financial independence. The situation of homelessness in California requires immediate attention from a variety of stakeholders, as well as coordinated efforts on their part. We can work towards a more inclusive society, one in which homelessness is an exception rather than the rule, by tackling issues such as housing affordability, income inequality, mental health and substance addiction challenges, and giving access to supportive services. The state of California's commitment to fully finance these solutions will be an essential factor in enhancing the lives of those who are currently homeless and avoiding new cases of homelessness from occurring in the future.